All right, welcome everybody to Whiteboard Wednesdays. Geoff Thomas with Invest. Look forward to continue to provide awesome content throughout the year. So today I'm going to touch on one area specifically called protection. Now for us here at Invest, we believe in protection and being protected first, full, and forever, right? So when we think about protection, there's four key areas that we want to be cognizant of. First of this, we want to protect our assets. We want to protect our income. We want to protect our legal aspect. And then lastly, what happens with death? So when we kind of think about these four key areas, what makes them up? Well, think of our assets simply as our home, our autos. And for us that don't have this, which is an umbrella, you want to explore that. Because an umbrella is basically, if you're creating a financial castle, right? What did every castle have back in the medieval days? They had either a large wall or a moat. You want that moat as deep and wide as possible. So the umbrella covers your personal liability, right? So I always look at the umbrella should match whatever your net worth is so that you can create an impenetrable moat so that if something happens that's your fault, well, guess what? That's where the insurance company can step in for it. So make sure you got all these three key areas. Now when it comes to income, you're paying into it every paycheck, whether you realize it or not. You got your Social Security, you got Medicare, and at your employer, you may have group benefits that represent short-term disability and long-term disability. If you're in a very high income earning job, then maybe you want to have an additional disability policy that can fulfill that gap, right? So again, protect your income, very vital and important. From the legal aspect, that's basically our estate plan. So think of, you got to have 5 legs of the stool, which is a will. Where do I want my things to go? A living will. How do I want my end of life to go? A power of attorney. Who's going to be your banker that's going to make financial decisions? A healthcare directive. Who's going to make those important decisions when it comes to a healthcare directive if you're, God forbid, incapacitated? And lastly, a trust, right? Because here where I'm at in the state of Indiana, the state of Indiana has an estate plan for it. It's called probate. We want to avoid that as best as possible. And then lastly, with death, that's essentially the life insurance conversation. Do you have your full economic value of your future cash flow insured? Those are concepts we walk anyone through. So basically we have to take all these four categories and lump them into a layman's way of thinking about it. Our assets are, what if I get sued? Our income is, what if I get sick? Legal aspect is, quite simply, as I mentioned, our estate. And then, obviously, life insurance, what happens if I die? So you think of all these having a dimension, one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional, and then obviously a life insurance policy could potentially be four-dimensional for you. So when we think about being protected first, full, and forever, these are the four key areas that you want to be cognizant of. So that was a quick hit on protection. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.